Good afternoon, everyone. This is Saturday, June 12th, 2021. My name is Donovan Dilling, and occasionally I record sections of the Real Brother Radio Show to save his stupidity and his ignorance for others to hear. Yesterday's show was a Theron classic, but I need to give you some background. For the last 2 years, Real Brother Radio has been claiming that he has a class action lawsuit or is going to file a class action lawsuit against Google because he has claimed that they've owed him anywhere from $10 million to $30 billion. And he's been trying to convince himself and his listeners that somehow he's got a case. Well, he tried Maxine Waters because he wanted to get the law changed so he could get paid, and that failed. He reached out to some lawyer in LA or somewhere, and that failed, which is a pattern of his life. I mean, he fails. He fails every day. He's been failing for 59 years. Apparently, he contacted a law firm in Florida, the same law firm that represented a class action lawsuit against the FDA for black farmers. And I think the government settled for like $1.3 billion because it was discrimination against black farmers. This case has been at least 20 years in the making from what I can remember. Anyway, this law firm actually called him while he was on the air yesterday. Now, I need to tell you that he quickly realized that recording a conversation and broadcasting it is a felony not only in California, but in Florida. I think in Florida it's like a class 3 or class C felony. He realized he screwed up, but I was able to download the video of yesterday's show before he deleted it, and he did delete it today. But the audio is not really good because, again, he's recording this receptionist at this law firm. So if you can't hear what she's saying, you're going to have to turn up your volume a little bit. But in the conversations that Theron has with this poor receptionist, he just makes a damn fool out of himself. I mean, he shows his bigotry, he shows his hate, he makes jokes. I guarantee you that when she hung up the phone, she threw his information away because he really acted a fool. Not only did he commit a felony as well. So without further ado, here's the phone call.
Are you serious? Yes. So now what's going to happen? She's doing what these guys are doing on Black YouTube. They're not a majority. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. Hold on. Hello? Yes, this is Theron K. Cal. What's up? I'm doing a lot better now. Thank you for calling me. Absolutely. They owe us money. They haven't paid us. And you goddamn right. I'm trying to get the money.
So I'm going to just get some additional information from you, see if this is something we're able to assist with. And just start, I'm just going to get some extra contact info for you. Can I have a mailing address to put down?
Yes. I'm at 744 South Catalina Street. Apartment 306, Suite 306, Los Angeles, California, 90005.
Okay. Let me have your date of birth.
May 3rd, 1962.
Thank you for that as well. Okay. So based on that information, typically we don't handle cases that are based outside of the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm. Well, Google's still in Florida.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to still go ahead and forward along this information to the attorneys for you, just in case this is something that we may be able to assist with remotely, or if the attorneys know of another law firm whom we may be able to co-counsel with. But just as a heads up, there is a high chance that we may not be able to assist just based on the location.
Okay.
But I'm still going to get some extra information from you and forward that along to see if there is anything that they may be able to do to assist.
Oh, I'd appreciate it.
All right. So I'll just go over that info that I have right here that you had initially provided. Do the little snippets of it.
Okay.
So it says that YouTube had infringed on your copyright by taking down your main channel for 90 days for sharing a video where a conservative channel had argued that Black Democrats are gay, and when you posted a response to the video, there was no hate or bashing involved. You just stated your opinion, but that's when you were removed from the site for 90 days.
Yeah.
Now let's stop right there. There's more to this. But you can tell that Theron lied at least 3 or 4 times during the call so far. Theron's channel was suspended for 90 days because he violated someone else's copyright. He played BMT's channel on his show without BMT's permission, a clear copyright infringement, a clear violation of his rights, and that's why Theron was banned. So Theron lied to her on that single point, but it gets better because he's just going to keep on lying.
Absolutely.
Okay, and it says you missed about 70 broadcasts of your own, so you were blocked from sharing your content and making your revenue due to that infringement?
Absolutely.
Again, he wasn't making revenue. He hasn't made revenue in a long time. He wasn't blocked from broadcasting because he had another channel, so there was another way that he could broadcast. It was just the one channel that was taken down. And let's remember, he violated someone else's copyright. That's why his channel was shut down. Now, if he'd have just apologized to BMT, he probably would have restored his channel. But Theron is not one to apologize.
Okay, so then the penalty is up to $250,000 per incident, and you're counting each of those incidents as one, so that would be 70 of them?
Yes.
Again, the $250,000 per incident is false. He has no copyright claim against YouTube. He signed a terms of service agreement. When you use YouTube, you're agreeing to their terms of service. You're agreeing to abide by them, or there's penalties. He's never read the terms of service. He's just lied about it.
All right. And so what is your channel typically used for? What's the revenue that you typically would make?
Well, typically, that's a good question.
See, Theron's got to be really careful here because he doesn't make any revenue off of his channel. He hasn't for years. So she's asking a good question, and now he's trying to come up with a lie that he can tell her, or he's going to duck the question.
We don't know for 100% of what revenue our content makes, but Google makes...
That's not what she asked him.
$122 million a day. 10% of their income is from Black content creators, collectively known as Black YouTube.
Again, not true. He hasn't been able to prove a single time that Black content creators earn 10%, and he hasn't been able to prove that not a single Black content creator has ever been paid by YouTube. Theron's butthurt because he's not getting paid, and other Black content creators are.
So if we're making $22 million a day...
He's not making $22 million a day, and he never has.
We're doing some pretty good numbers for channels and programming that is deemed not advertiser friendly.
Again, his channel was deemed not advertiser friendly.
And what is the name of your YouTube channel?
My channel is RBR Network. RBR Network. I do have an RBR Network for women, RBR Network for sports, and on our Real Brother Radio Network.
Thank you for that. Right. I'm going to notate here that you have consented to possible co-counsel just in case we're able to forward this along to another attorney. Is that all right?
Yes, definitely. And I know Obama appointed 62 black federal judges. Maybe we can employ one of those. One of these black federal judges to take the case.
You could tell the receptionist is now getting a little bit uncomfortable with this nut job. She's not laughing with him. She's laughing at him at this point.
In.
All right, so I've got all of that info down here. And do you have any of the correspondence that you received from Google or YouTube regarding this?
Some of it I do have, yes.
Well, let's talk about the correspondence that he has. The only correspondence that he has is at times where he's gotten a strike on his channel for violating copyright, which he's done several times, and correspondence where he was deemed not advertiser friendly. He did an appeal, and they said, nope, your content sucks. Well, they didn't actually say that, but they just said, hey, your content is not advertiser friendly.
Did they lay out the entire reason why you were banned for those 90 days?
Yes. They said that I don't know. He said that I.
He does know. See, now he's got it. Now he's feeling trapped a little bit. He does know why. And that correspondence would prove that he was lying. So again, he knows he's catching himself. He's going to get caught in a lie. So now he's got to be careful. Listen to this.
Somehow he didn't know the law. The guy, BMT, he's a coon-ass Negro, a creature from the Black Lagoon, a coon from the Black Lagoon. But
you see what he did? Because he knew he was lying, he had to pull the classic Theron tactic: divert, duck, and dodge from the truth.
He said that he didn't understand. He doesn't understand the copyright laws that you could share.
Why didn't he just say, yes, I have the correspondence. The correspondence showed that I violated somebody else's copyright laws or copyrights to their own product, and he wasn't willing to do that. So if this would ever go to court, well, it's never going to go to court because no lawyer is going to take this case, because any law firm that's got half a brain is going to say there ain't no way we're touching this.
Someone's channel on YouTube, it's in the terms of service as per the mechanisms that are allowed, as per the app. The app allows you to share and promote other people's channels.
Yes, it does. But if you do that without express permission, YouTube has a recourse, and the content creator has a resource, which is to report it, which BMT did. Theron's channel was taken down for 90 days.
He didn't understand that. He thought that I was doing what Google is doing, making money off of his content and not paying him, which is what they're doing to all of us. They're not paying any of us. So that he didn't know that. He doesn't know the law. He didn't ever bother to read it or the terms of service.
It's Theron that's never read the terms of service. He's read parts of it, and he's ignored the important parts. He just glosses right over them.
But certainly YouTube doesn't own our channels, so therefore they can't take our channels down or make $30 billion in the
YouTube can take any channel down at once if it violates the end-user license agreement and the terms of service.
last 3 years off of our channels. That's part of the Communications and Decency Act.
Communications and Decency Act has nothing whatsoever to do with copyright infringement.
Okay. And then, is your channel back up now?
Yes. Now, I always had my other channel. I use my other channel, my women's channel, RBR Network for Women. It doesn't have as many subscribers and so forth, but I use that channel. I do have proof that for those 90 days, I was using that channel. Yeah.
And when did that occur? When did it start?
Now, that's a good question on when it started. Let me see here.
Or just a general time?
Yeah, just a general. It was 90 days and a month ago. So go back 90 days.
Again, math is hard for him. So he goes 90 days and a month ago. Well, you know what? That would be 4 months ago, dumbass.
And then a month. Because I've been back on for a good month.
February?
Yes. They got me.
All right. I'll put that in there around February to March time period. Okay. Thank you so much for that information, sir.
Well, thank you for getting back to me. I contacted Maxine Waters, and, we can...
Now he's going to tell the Maxine Waters story. You know, Theron makes a fool out of himself every single day. I can't imagine what it would be like being a member of his family. How painful it must be to be around someone this stupid.
Go either way. We could go with the class action or some kind of an action through the courts. But if we get the politicians, they're scared. The only two people that they're scared of, they're scared of the Congress, because Congress can take this 230 exemption away from them. All right. So they're scared of
Section 230, again, the Decency Act has nothing whatsoever to do with Theron's mythical case.
Congress, the government, and they're scared of the courts. They've never won an infringement copyright case. Never. And their strategy is that if you don't sue them, they're just not going to pay you.
Notice she's not making any notes. You don't hear the keyboard clicks because Theron is a nutcase.
They save a lot of money by people being afraid to sue them. And then they want to offer you some money, and then nobody else gets paid. I want every black content creator.
I can imagine the look on this receptionist's face. She's going, I got to be polite, I got to be professional, but I've got to get off of this phone call as quickly as I can.
There's 3.7 million of us. I want every single one of us to get paid regardless of our political ideology, regardless of who we support. Right now, they only help people that are rooting for Putin and stumping for Trump. All right? And everybody should be able to, regardless of our political affiliation or views, be able to profit off of our...
Again, his political views have nothing to do with his copyright case. Nothing at all to do with it. Theron's just too stupid to understand that.
Copyrighted intellectual property. It's wrong for them to use ideology as a means to punish people on channels that they don't own. So wrong. So wrong.
I completely understand that frustration, sir. So I'll get all of this information forwarded along to our legal team so that they can review it and see if this is something we can assist with or if they know somebody who may be able to assist. Again, there is a chance that it may be something we're not able to assist with just based on the location, but I'm still going to see if there's anything that they may be able to...
Now, how does Attorney Crump take cases all over the country? How does that work?
I do not know specifically. I know there's a couple of different kinds of licenses that each firm can get. I know for us, for certain types of cases...
Now, Theron claims to know the law, but then asks a very stupid question. And the question itself proves he doesn't know what he's talking about.
You can only practice in the state of Florida.
Okay. Well, this is not that hard. It's not that far. Shoot, we can work something out. we got to get these people paid.
So I'll get this over to them, and they'll be able to review it and let me know specifically what we're able to assist with if we're not. But as soon as I hear something from them, I'll give you a call back to let you know what they suggest.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you as well, sir. And I hope you have a good rest of your day and a great weekend.
You too now. All right. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
So let's summarize. He reached out to a law firm, probably through their website, which, by the way, I've been able to find out what law firm he contacted, the name of the law firm. On today's show, he said, well, you know, it was probably a mistake to record it and broadcast it. But I didn't really record it and broadcast it. I just recorded it and broadcast it. And on the show this morning, he said, well, you know, maybe what I did was wrong. I need to look up the laws. And of course, he looked up in California, and it's illegal as hell, and you can get sent to jail for it or a hefty fine. He says, well, you know, I'm in California, but they're in Florida, so let me look at the Florida laws. And the Florida laws are even more stringent. I think it's a Class C felony in Florida. So he's looking at some time in the Gray Bar Hotel because you know he doesn't have any money to pay a fine. He doesn't work, he doesn't have a job, he doesn't do anything but cry on YouTube. So he quickly deleted yesterday's show. I was able to download it before he deleted it. That's the audio that you heard through portions of the show today. I haven't decided whether or not I am going to contact that law firm. Probably not. I'm not that petty. But if he really pisses me off, this is going to that law firm. And I'll let them take whatever legal action they feel appropriate because he definitely recorded and broadcast that conversation with that receptionist without her permission, without informing her, hey, is it okay if I record this? Deleting it doesn't excuse it because I have it right here. So let's see where this goes.